welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. I am here today with another spin-off informational video for you on the new Weight Watchers My WW plan. On Monday, I filmed a video where I really deep dove into the new plan, talked about the different color options and what those colors involve. So if you are new to the changes on WW, or you just want to make sure you have a little knowledge under your belt before choosing your plan, make sure that you head over to my video posted this last Monday where I talk all about the new My WW plans. I will link this video down in the description box as well for you guys. So definitely check that out before you watch this video. It'll all come full circle and make a little bit more sense for you. So today I want to even dive a little further into each of the colors. I want to share with you the pros and the cons of each of the new My WW plans. We have the blue plan, the green plan, and the purple plan. And I want to share with you the pros and cons of each plan. I also want to share with you a little bit of food for thought, or some things that you should think about before you commit to or select the plan on My WW that you want to follow. So let's get right into the blue, the green, and the purple plans. So before I get into the different colors, I want to share something with you guys that I've been getting a ton of questions about. I think it is still something that we're not 100% sure about. So I want to make sure that I'm sharing this with you first before we talk a little bit deeper into the different colors. So I want to make sure that you are aware that the only difference between the old freestyle plan, as within a few days ago, freestyle plan, and the new My WW plans is the 0 point foods. Everything else stays exactly the same. The smart points for all of the foods have not changed. The only thing that has changed are the 0 point foods. So white rice on blue or green or purple is all going to be the exact same number of smart points. Literally nothing has changed. The only thing that you're going to find different are the 0 point foods. So I think that that will help answer a lot of the questions that I know I've been getting as far as, well, how do I know what the smart points are of my favorite foods? They're the same, guys. They're the same as they were on freestyle, other than the 0 point foods. So first, let's get into the blue program. Let's start there. Now, the blue program is freestyle. It is exactly what freestyle was just a few days ago. Nothing's changed. It is the freestyle program. They've only changed the name to blue. So that makes that super easy for you to remember. If you are one of the people that thrives on the freestyle program, you enjoy the freedom, the flexibility, the freestyle of freestyle, then you may just want to stay on the blue program. You don't have to do anything different. You literally go about your life just like you did when it was called freestyle. So that may be something to consider if you were definitely someone that enjoyed the freestyle program. So let's talk a little bit about the pros of being on the blue plan. There are quite a few things that I would consider a pro. Now remember, everything that I'm going to share with you is my opinion as far as what I deem to be a pro or a con on each of the colors of programs. So on the blue program, the fact that you have 200 0 point foods is a definite pro. Those 0 point foods comprise of fruits and vegetables, and that even includes your starchy vegetables, your corn, your peas. That's amazing. Also, all of your beans and legumes, lean proteins such as chicken, 99% fat-free turkey breast, 93 or above chicken breast. That also includes non-fat Greek yogurt. So all of those things are 0 points and fall on that 200 plus 0 point food list on the blue program. So you can't beat the fact that you have 200 0 point foods to choose from. Another pro on the blue plan is the freedom of having to weigh and measure. WW says that you don't have to weigh and measure the 0 point foods. Now, I want to preface that with a little bit of my opinion on that. I think it is important to be mindful, not necessarily weigh or measure, but be mindful of the amount of the 0 point foods that you're eating. Don't go to Costco, you guys, and buy an entire rotisserie chicken and eat the whole thing, because chicken is 0 points. Make sure that you are still mindful of your portion sizes, because even though these foods are 0 points, does not mean that they are 0 calories. So just be mindful of the amount of these 0 point foods that you're eating. Eat until you are satisfied. try not to overeat those 0 point foods. Another pro on the Blue Plan is the freedom of eating out. It is very, very simple to go to most restaurants and choose a meal off of the menu that you can easily determine the points. You can steer yourself towards grilled chicken, vegetables, anything that has a bean, so black beans, pinto beans, any of those things, and know that what you're eating is 0 points. So it makes it really simple to go out to eat. Versus some of the other plans, there's a little more planning and calculating before you can actually just go out to eat. You could even stop by your local McDonald's, get a grilled chicken sandwich, take the bun off, and you know that you have a 0 point lunch. So in my opinion, the Blue Plan makes it really easy to eat out. So if you are someone that travels a lot for work, or maybe you're someone that really depends on eating out for the majority of your meals, the Blue Plan may be a good option for you. And in my opinion, the last pro on the Blue program, there are several pros, I'm sure that I'm not even mentioning, but the last pro that I thought of is the Blue Plan definitely steers you towards healthy food options. All of the foods on the 0 point list are healthy options. You should be basing all of your meals around those 0 point foods. So you are geared towards choosing a better option. You're eating your lean meats, such as your boneless, skinless chicken breast, your 99% ground turkey. You're choosing non-fat Greek yogurt as the base of your dishes. You're eating more fruits, more vegetables. So in my opinion, the Blue Plan definitely steers you towards making healthier food choices. So if you struggle in that area, the Blue Plan may be perfect for you. So now let's talk about some of the cons, in my opinion, of the Blue Plan. So the first con is that you can very, very easily overeat the 0 point foods. And I talked about this as a pro as well, that there are so many 0 point foods. But I know that there were a lot of you that struggled on Freestyle because you were overeating the 0 point foods. We seem to forget that they still have calories, or it doesn't enter our mind that we should be mindful of our portion of the 0 point foods. So even though chicken is 0 points, there are still calories in chicken. So you have to be really careful that you're not overdoing the 0 point foods, therefore eating more calories than you should, which will make you not lose weight, even potentially gain weight. On the flip side of that, you can very easily undereat on the Blue Plan. If you are not someone that loves the 0 point foods and you are eating more of the red meats and some of the foods that don't fall on that list, you only have a certain number of daily smart points a day. I'll get to that next. That way you can easily undereat on the Blue program because you're now under 1,000 calories because you chose not to eat off of the free or 0 point list because they're just not your favorite foods. So there are two sides to the coin on the Blue Plan. You can very easily overeat the 0 point foods, and you can very easily undereat the 0 point foods, both of which are not going to be good for your weight loss. And speaking of points, that is another what could be considered a con of the Blue program, and that is the number of daily smart points that you are given. The minimum number of points on the Blue Plan is 23. Now keep in mind that your daily smart points are not the same for everybody. Not everybody gets 23 smart points. Points are based on your height, your weight, your sex, and your gender. So those points are going to vary. So I get 33 smart points on the Blue Plan. There are people that get 23. There are people that get 43. It depends on those four things, whether or not you receive 23, 33, 43 daily smart points. But that can be considered a con because 23 or even 33 smart points a day is not very much if you're not choosing to eat the 0 point foods. So the limited number of daily smart points is also considered a con on the Blue Plan. Now let's talk about whether or not the Blue Plan may be the right decision for you. So some things to think about if you are currently on the Blue Plan or you're considering the Blue Plan. There are three things that I think that you should consider before making that your choice of the plan to follow. And the first one is, are you somebody who struggles to eat healthy foods? If you are reaching in your fridge, freezer, or pantry, are you reaching for things such as chips, crackers, cookies, full fat cheeses and milks? If you are somebody that those are your go-to, those are the foods that you reach for, the Blue Plan may be a great option for you because the items on the 0 point food list are not those items that you typically would reach for. You're going to have to fit those items into the number of daily smart points that you get. So if you struggle with making healthy food choices, the Blue Plan may be a great one for you because it is going to definitely gear you towards choosing off the 200 0-point foods, which are all considered a healthy food choice. Another thing to think about for the Blue Plan is, are you on maintenance or close to maintenance? Now, if you are someone who is on the maintenance and you've met your goal, congratulations. Or if you are someone who is close to goal, the Blue Plan may be a good option for you. That was another thing that we heard a lot, is that Freestyle was more geared towards being a maintenance program. And since the Blue Plan is the old version of Freestyle, maybe if you are close to maintenance or on maintenance, this would be the best decision for you. People in this arena seem to thrive on the Blue Plan. And the third thing to consider when selecting the Blue Plan is, are you just not the biggest fan of tracking? Do you really want to track as minimum as possible? Then the Blue Plan may be the option for you. If you choose to eat off of the 0-point food list, you don't have to weigh, measure, or track those items. So the tracking is limited on the Blue Plan. You only have to track the things that fall within your daily smart points. So if tracking is not your forte, if tracking is not your favorite thing in the world, then I would definitely take a moment and consider the Blue Plan. So I hope that all of those pros, cons, and 3 little tips and tricks for choosing your plan leads you to the Blue Plan or away from the Blue Plan. I hope that that definitely helped you learn a little bit more about MyWW's Blue Plan. So now let's get into the Green Plan. And those of you that follow my channel know that I have chosen to follow the Green Plan. And let me just tell you, I am loving it so far. It seems to be a great fit for me personally. So on the Green Plan, let's talk about what it is versus the Blue Plan. So the Green Plan is a very reminiscent of the old Smart Points program or Beyond the Scale program that was WW's program before Freestyle. So a little bit over 2 years ago, this was the program we followed. It was Smart Points, it was Beyond the Scale. The Green Plan is a very, very similar to that plan. So if that helps you kind of remember back in the day what the old Smart Points plan was, that is basically what the Green Plan is. So let's talk about the pros and the cons on the Green Plan. The first pro on the Green Plan is the 100+ 0-point foods. Now, it is only 100 foods, and these foods comprise mostly of fruits and vegetables, with the exception of starchy vegetables. So your corn and your peas are no longer on the 0 points list. If you are following the Green Plan, you will need to track those items. But you still have 100 foods to choose from on the 0-point food list when following the Green Plan. I consider that a huge pro. Another pro for the Green Plan is recipe building. When you're building a recipe and you don't have a lot of 0-point foods in that recipe, it makes it very easy to come up with a very accurate number of smart points per serving. You're having to count the chicken in your recipe, the eggs in your recipe, the things that you didn't count or don't count on the Blue Plan, you're now having to add those into the recipe builder. So I find that not only building the recipe is easier, but I also find that your points of the recipe are much more accurate versus points versus calories. So I find that building and creating recipes on the Green Plan is a little bit easier than on some of the other MyWW plans. Another pro of the Green Plan is it absolutely helps you with portion control. You have to weigh, measure, and track pretty much everything on the Green Plan. The only things we don't weigh and measure and track are fruits and vegetables. So anything else that you put into your mouth, you have to track. And you have to weigh and measure those items because the number of ounces of chicken you're eating is going to have different smart points that need to be tracked. So you absolutely have to have portion control on the Green Plan. You can't just eat all of the chicken that your little heart desires. You actually have to weigh, measure, and track the exact number of ounces so you're within your points of that chicken. So that could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. But I look at that as a pro because, again, you're tracking everything that goes into your mouth, which they say is what leads to weight loss. So in my opinion, that is a pro on the Green Plan. And the other pro is you get a larger bank of daily smart points. So on the Green Plan, the minimum number of points, now remember, not everyone only gets the minimum, but the minimum number of smart points that you get daily on the Green Plan is 30. So you're actually getting 7 smart points more than you did on the Blue Plan. But remember, you have 100 less 0-point foods. So it all kind of balances out. So that is a pro though, is the fact that you get 7 additional daily smart points to use as you choose. Definitely considered a pro in my book. So one of the cons of the green plan is you literally have to weigh, measure, and track everything. Like I said, you have to know what is going into your mouth so that you can track it accurately. So you can't just put a breast of chicken on your plate and eat it. You actually need to weigh and measure that so you know the number of ounces so that you can accurately track that number of ounces. So again, that could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. And we'll talk more about that when we're talking about what to think about when selecting the green plan is the plan you want to follow. So depending on how you look at it, the fact that you have to weigh, measure, and track could be a pro or a con. So I'm going to actually put that on both of my lists. Another con on the green plan is it's a little bit harder to eat out, because when we're going out to dinner, and let's use Mexican food as an example, and we're ordering chicken fajitas with a side of beans and a side of rice. Now we can somewhat eyeball the portion size of the rice using our fist, using our finger point, our thumb. All of those help us determine portion sizes, but we don't know the number of ounces of chicken that are used in our chicken fajitas, and we don't know necessarily how many black beans, cup, half a cup, 3/4 of a cup, are on our plate. So it makes eating out a little bit more of a challenge. You just have to do your absolute best to estimate your portion sizes. Again, using your hands and your fingertips, that is really going to help you determine portion sizes. And I love that WW brought back that visual in the new My WW book. It's on the very back page. It talks about using your hands for portion control. I think it's a great thing to have right here in your mind for when you do go out to dinner or go somewhere else to eat your dinner. So that could be considered a con because you don't necessarily know exactly how many points you're eating when you're eating out. And the last con, or what could be considered a con on the green plan, is you have limited 0-point foods. So now you only have 100 0-point foods to choose from versus the 200 that you had on the blue plan. So that could be considered a con because there's less options that cost you 0 points. So it all depends, of course, on how you look at it, but only having 100 0-point foods could definitely be considered a con on the green plan. So let's talk about what you may want to consider when you are on the green plan or choosing the green plan as the plan that you're going to follow. If you are somebody who needs portion control, the green plan may be an excellent option for you. Because again, everything has to be weighed and measured in order to be tracked accurately. So you're going to have to limit your portions of everything that you eat in order to stay within your daily smart points. So if portion control is an issue for you, the green plan may be the right plan for you. In addition to that, if you struggle with remembering to weigh and measure things, the green plan may be great for you because again, you have to weigh and measure everything on this plan in order to track accurately. And the last thing to think about when you're choosing or potentially choosing the green plan is, are you someone that needs the accountability of tracking everything? Once again, me, I need the accountability of tracking everything. It is what works for me. I need to know what I am eating. I need to put it in my tracker, and I need to be accurate in what I am putting in my plan for the day. So if you need that accountability of tracking all of your food, weighing and measuring all of your food, then again, the green plan may just be the perfect plan for you. So now let's talk about the third option, the purple plan. Now the purple plan is similar, but not exactly to the old core Simply Filling plan. Now again, it is not an exact duplicate of their plan. There are definitely some changes, but it is reminiscent of the old core or Simply Filling plan. So if you enjoyed the plan, you were successful on that plan, then you may want to take a deeper look into the new purple plan. So let's talk about some of the pros of the purple plan. The first one is there are over 300. Yes, 300 0-point foods to choose from. That's a huge pro, in my opinion. You get more options for 0-point foods. Now, those 0-point foods comprise of a lot of the same as the blue and the green plan. You have your fruits, you have your vegetables, and on the purple plan, starchy vegetables are also 0 points, but it also now incorporates whole grains such as oatmeal, brown rice, barley, quinoa. It also includes all of your vegetable pastas, such as your lentil pastas, your chickpea pastas, and it also includes all of your potatoes, red, white, regular potato, sweet potato, you name it. Those are all included on the 0-point food list. So all of those foods you do not have to track. They are 0 points on the purple plan. Another pro of the Purple Plan is you have a lot less to track. In fact, you only have to track your daily smart points that you receive on the Purple Plan. You don't have to track any of the foods on the 300 0-point food list. So the need to track on the Purple Plan is a lot less than the blue or the green plan. So again, if you struggle with the tracking and the weighing and the measuring, WW says you don't have to weigh, measure, or track anything on the 0-point food list. So on the Purple Plan, you have 300 foods that you don't have to worry about weighing, measuring, or tracking. And the third pro of the Purple Plan is it absolutely 100% steers you towards healthy food choices. All of those foods on that 0-point list are your whole grains, natural, whole foods. There is nothing really processed on the 300 0-point food list. So it definitely gears you towards making healthier food choices. So again, if you are someone that struggles with what you're spending your points on, the Purple Plan may be great for you. Are you having a pint of Halo Top for 10 smart points every day? And is that what is really consuming a lot of the points that you're eating? Then maybe being on the Purple Plan would be good for you, because you're going to have to choose from that 300 point list of 0 points, because you have such a limited number of dailies that you're going to have to make healthier food choices. So let's talk about some of the cons of the Purple Plan. The first con, and the biggest con of the Purple Plan, is the limited number of daily smart points. The minimum that you will receive on the Purple Plan, and again, not everyone only gets the minimum, is 16. So you will only have 16 smart points a day to use on any food that is not on the 300 0-point food list. So if you want to make a sandwich, you're going to have to count your condiment and your bread out of those 16 smart points. So only having a very minimum amount of smart points daily can be a bit of a challenge for someone, and actually could be considered one of the main cons of the Purple Plan. Another con of the Purple Plan could be the fact that the majority of what you are eating is off of the 0-point food list. You're going to have to choose the majority of your foods off of that list, because you just don't have the bank of smart points to eat really much of anything else that isn't on that list. So that could be considered a con, especially if a lot of the foods on that list are not your favorites. You could consider that one of the reasons why you may not choose the Purple Plan. And the last con of the Purple Plan, in my opinion, is there is a lot less tracking, which means that you have to watch your portion control. So if you are not someone that does well with portions, this could be really the number one con of the Purple Plan for you. You have to, because potatoes are free, not eat a bag of potatoes. You still have to eat a portion, or what is a reasonable amount of potatoes, or you're overeating that 0-point food, which means that you're not going to see success on the scale. So if you struggle with your portion sizes, the Purple Plan may not be right for you, especially if some of your favorite foods fall on that 300 0-point list. If you love some potatoes and you have a tendency to be triggered to overeat potatoes, that would be a huge con for the Purple Plan for you. It may not be the right decision, because overeating those potatoes could definitely put a detriment in your success on the Purple Plan. So let's talk about a few things to consider if you're on the Purple Plan, or you're looking at possibly selecting that as the plan that you want to follow. The Purple Plan is absolutely fantastic for somebody who wants to eat whole, healthy foods, because all of the foods on that 300 0-point food list are healthy. They're whole grains, they're fruits, they're vegetables, they're potatoes, they're oatmeal. They're all the things that we consider a healthy food choice. So if you struggle with if grabbing and gravitating towards those foods is not your forte, then maybe being on the Purple Plan would be a good choice for you, because you're going to have to start incorporating those foods a lot more into your daily diet. Another thing to consider, are you someone that doesn't have an issue with portion control? Are you someone that does very well at eating until you're satisfied, and you don't tend to overeat or eat too much? Then this would be a great plan for you, because you don't have to weigh, measure, and track a lot of the foods that you're eating. And if you are really good at eating until you're full, then this would be a great choice for you, especially if you love all of the foods that fall on that 0-point food list. And the last thing to consider, if you are not a tracker, if you are not a fan of tracking, or maybe you want to track but you don't, and there are a lot of people that do that, then the 0-point food list and the Purple Plan would be great for you, because you don't have to track any of those foods. So you're tracking the bare minimum. You are tracking just the daily smart points that you're consuming. The rest of the food that you're eating, you don't have to worry about tracking those. So if you struggle with consistently tracking, again, look at the 0-point food list, look at the purple plan, and see if that would be beneficial for you. So that's everything, you guys. I hope by taking a closer look at the pros and the cons and some things to think about when you're selecting the right color of plan for you really helped you out. Again, if you have not seen my video that I posted on Monday where we really took a deep dive into the new My WW, it is linked down in the description box below. Highly recommend you check out that video. I promise the majority of your questions will be answered there, and it will tie this video in and make it a little bit more clearer for you. So hopefully this helped you out. Really think about the pros and cons of the plan. Really take a good, hard look at yourself and what you know you are successful with and what you know that you struggle with, and choose the right plan for you. And on that note, you guys, don't choose a plan because your friend's on it, your sister's on it, your coworker's on it, your favorite YouTuber is on it. Choose the plan that is right for you. Just because the green plan may be the plan that's right for me and you want to follow what I follow, it may not be the right plan for you. And the good news is, especially for those of you that follow me, if you are part of my Facebook group, if you're not, we would love to have you. We have over 10,000 members. I'm going to put it right here for you guys. Head on over, join my Facebook group. All of my recipes are put into the files of my Facebook group every time I post a video by my admins. Since I am following the green plan, I will be talking about and posting the points for the green plan on my recipes. Unfortunately, I won't be able to convert those into the blue and the purple plan, but my admins have saved the day, and they are going to convert all of my recipes moving forward into both blue and purple points. So when they're posted on my Facebook group, they are going to be posted for green, blue, and purple. So you don't even have to recalculate the recipes. We are doing all of the work for you. So no matter what plan you follow, you can continue to join me here on YouTube and take my recipes and recreate them and make them for your family and have the points for all three of the plans. So thank you so much to my admins for doing that. I am here to help you guys. I am here to serve you. That is why I have a YouTube channel. So I am trying to make it as easy for you as humanly possible by putting all of my recipes into all three plans. That way you don't have to do the legwork. It is done for you. So make sure you head over and join my Facebook group. I will continue to show a ton of recipes here on my YouTube channel. Also, if you are new, I would love it if you would take a moment and subscribe, hit the bell, and join my YouTube friends and family. We're all about Weight Watchers on this channel, and we have a ton of fun along the way. So make sure you're subscribed and notified whenever I upload. Please take a moment and thumbs up this video. It means a lot to me, and it really, really helps out my channel. And comment down below. Please, you guys, ask your questions. I'm here to help you. Leave your comments. Let me know if maybe this video shifted you to a different plan than you originally thought that you were going to follow. Hey guys, so I am editing this video and realize I'm not sure what happened with the last like 10 seconds of my footage. It was not there. So boy, I had some struggles filming this video, but it was something I absolutely wanted to film for everybody. So it all worked itself out. So I want to end my video here, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any questions. And of course, I'll see you next time.